Hey buyers, if you've got a property under contract, this video is for you. It's helping you prepare for your upcoming move. I've kind of put a timeline into place to hopefully help with the stress level. So stick with me, I'll keep it short. Hi, I'm Christy Henshaw. I am a realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I love talking out real estate. I love talking out design. If you would like or subscribe or comment, I would appreciate that as well. It'll help push this content out, hopefully helping other buyers who are preparing for their move as well. So let's get to it. So you're under contract. In Texas, we have what is called the option period. In some states, my understanding is that it's called the inspection period. But you've negotiated repairs, you've made it through the option period. So if you were a full cash offer, you're ready to close. You're just kind of waiting on title to get their ducks in a row. And if you have had to use a lender and use financing, then you're just kind of waiting on the financial process to go through so that you can close. So you've got a few weeks. If you're using a lender, usually with cash, you can close pretty quickly. But this video's more for people who have got a few weeks left. So after option, your contract is pending approval from the lender, from financing. I would say the first thing that you need to do, if you are renting, hopefully you would have already have done this. But if you're renting, you need to check your lease and see how much notice you need to give to your landlord. Typically it's 30 days, but like in my daughter's case, her apartment was 90 days. So you've got to check your lease, give notice. Like I said, hopefully you've already done that. Next, you need to start the decluttering process of your house. Go through every drawer, every closet, every shelf, and then just start making piles. I would set up a yes pile, a no pile, a donate pile. And in that no pile, is it things that can be trashed? Is it things that can be given away? And you know, some of my clients like to have a garage sale in this time. I personally think that's going to add to the stress. But go for it. If you've got the capacity to have a garage sale right now, go for it. But at least have a donate pile. If items are in good condition, you can donate, get a tax write-off, and it just, to me, it helps with the stress level as well. You should go through your important documents, your medical papers, those sorts of things, and put them all in one spot. Like get your important papers, your important records, and get them in one safe place rather than having them, set up all over the house. And I would create an inventory. Maybe I'm a huge list maker. So make a list of all the important things in your home, especially sentimental or valuable. Go ahead and write those down. Where they are, and that way you can, as you're thinking about packing ahead, you can go ahead and start thinking about how you're going to pack those things up and what you're going to do with them. And then call moving companies. If you're able to move yourself with friends, great. But if you need to contact a moving company, I would go ahead and get that scheduled. So that is what you need to do. Kind of first thing, get through your option or inspection period, and you're under contract. You're going to be closing in a few weeks. I would start there. So next up, so say you've got maybe 3 weeks to your move. Your lender's going to arrange the appraisal to happen, and title should be completing their title search in that time. You will have already scheduled your movers and a truck. At this point, you need to start gathering boxes. Contact your neighbors, go to stores, ask for packing materials, boxes, anything that you can to be able to pack things up well. And definitely start packing. You've already started decluttering. You've already started your piles. The things that are left, that you haven't donated or given away, start packing them up if they're things that you can do without, for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I would say when you've got 2 weeks into your move, then you need to, like if you're under contract with a home warranty, if that was part of your contract, you need to pick the company. You need to go ahead and check your contract for the date that you needed to have that turned in, but definitely start narrowing down who you want to use if it's in the contract. You're going to also want to start contacting home insurance companies and getting quotes on home insurance. You would ideally contact, or at least like in Texas, we have a seller's disclosure notice, and usually on the back page, it's written out who the utilities are, who the water company, internet, all that is. So go ahead and just start getting yourself familiar with who to call, and go ahead and call and find out, how much advance notice do they need on getting things switched over into your name. Think about changing your address and your mailing subscriptions in this time. You've got, I would say, 1 to 2 weeks left. So go ahead and start getting things moved over, or at least at a minimum, writing out a list again, of your different subscriptions and, all the billings that come through, and changing your address. I would start minimizing my grocery shopping at this point. Things that are in the freezer, start eating, and don't buy as much that you have to, include in your move, and keep packing at this point. Just keep packing. Don't slow down. And then when you've got, just 1 week left, a few days to 1 week left, it's time. Your realtor is going to reach out to you. Your agent's going to schedule your closing for you with your title company. And like that's what I do. I arrange it for my clients. So your realtor should do the same. They're going to talk to you about the importance of, not responding to every email about wiring instructions. Those are the things that need to come. You need to check through the phone with the title company. And so you've got to be really careful about wire fraud in this time, and not just automatically responding to things. You're going to get your certified checks ready through your bank. The title company will reach out to you with their closing disclosure on how much you're going to be bringing to the table at closing. And so get your certified check ready with that amount. And your agent's going to schedule a final walkthrough. Now, a lot of agents kind of differ on how they do this. Some people will do it a day or two before. That way, if something happens, they can reach out to the seller and say, hey, you need to take care of things. But also, I'm of the mindset, I do it as late as possible. Maybe the day before, but usually I try to get it the morning of, if closing is later on in the day. That way, usually the seller is, if they're not out of the house, they're getting close to it, and you can see things. You're going to go through and kind of make sure, a checklist of all the things that they were supposed to have done for you in the home, and just make sure everything looks like it did when you went under contract. And for your own place, you're going to finish packing, and then clean and sweep. And I think it's a good idea to just pack a few essentials in a bag. Just the things that you're going to need, just have them, rather than having everything kind of spread out in boxes all over the place. The things that you need, go ahead and have it either in one box or in a bag, and you've got your things ready to go, and have that for each member of the family. And then make a call to confirm, I would say at least the week before, but just in the day or two before, call that moving company and make sure that they are on schedule, that they know the new home address, that they have your cell phone number, they have your contact information, they know how to get a hold of you. And that's kind of the timeline that I would use, starting from the beginning of the contract, right after option, from 3 weeks down to the days before, and at closing. And then once you get to closing, your realtor really should, I believe, meet you there and walk you kind of through the process. I mean, at that point, most everything's done, but they can help check, and then just at a minimum, they're there to support you and be with you. And so there you have it. There's you a little timeline that'll hopefully make it a little less stressful, because I know this is a big event, it's a big deal, and everybody's excited, but it can also feel stressful at the same time. Do me a favor again, like, subscribe, comment. I'd appreciate it. If you would like more buyer tips, go to my website. I have more things there, and I look forward to seeing you next time.